in, have a seat, please. Would you like to have some tea or coffee? Okay. Is this your Indian tea? Yes, yes, yes. Very lovely Indian tea. Okay. All right. I'll put. Make sure you put some cardamom. Oh, sure, sure. We'll put some cardamom. Come on in. Have a seat, please. And let me get my things ready. Yes. Would you like a few minutes before we start? No, no, I'm fine, thank you. Just go ahead and start. Okay, now, so how did you hear about us? Oh, I heard it from the ad you put in the magazine. Okay, and what magazine? Oh, it was, I forgot the name. It was in the library I read. Okay, okay. So anyway, in any case, let me explain. So we're arranging a trip for India. How wonderful. Yes, yes, finally. So in this trip, we're hoping to get about 100 people. It's going to be a huge international jet. And so the price for that is $10,000 plus. The reason I say plus because there could be some other expenses once we get there, you know, but $10,000. And this is for a month. Now, since this is a long trip to India for a month, we had prepared a questionnaire to ask for the participants who are willing to go, and out of that we have received several applicants. So we'll have to pick 100 people. As you can see, for this is our first time, so we would like to see how it goes and then we'll increase. Okay, so here is the format. Is we're going to have 25 people in each group, and each group will have 4 leaders. So 21 followers, 4 leaders. Okay, so it's a 100 people group. And as you know, being in India, coming and going itself is going to take 3 days, about 6 days. Okay, so when you come back, it feels like a day because of the time zone changing. When you do go, it feels like 3 days, and it is 3 days. So based on that and based on the weather, and have you ever been there? No, this is my first time, and I'm hoping to get wonderful experience. Oh, I'm sure you'll get very good experience. So shall we proceed with the questionnaire? Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm going to ask you the question, and you're going to answer them to your best abilities and honest answers. And now this questionnaire does affect your probability of being selected, but we do require you to answer correctly because a lot of important questions which you're going to be facing there, and that's the reason we ask the questions. See, there's a reason for it. Okay, so first question is how you heard about us, which you already told. Now the second question we're going to ask you is your name, your birth date, and your age. Okay. Full names. Okay. How do you spell that? Okay. Okay, now we would like for you to tell me your full address. Okay, now whom to notify in case of an emergency, because this is, you know, far away. Okay, now the question is why you decided on this trip with us. Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful. Oh, I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful time, and we will visit a lot of religious places. Yes, we will. So now I'm going to explain this again to you, which is we will take 100 people. This is an international flight. We'll divide it into 4 groups of 25 people. In each group, there will be 4 leaders and 21 followers. And the reason we say followers, because we mean it as a followers, because these 21 people will have to follow these 4 leaders. If at any time we do not want us to get separated. I don't want to scare you, but I need to be honest with you 100%, since it is a long journey and you're going to be facing all these issues. So this is a very, 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 very crowded country. If you get lost, there is no way to find you, because communication is very bad. So you need to follow your leaders. I mean follow. Okay, so if there's an issue arise and you have conflicts, we might switch you the teams. Okay, but do keep in mind, because we have 4 people in the team, so we do require the people are traveling is very people person and get along with almost everybody, because you know we're going to a country where you're going to see thousands and thousands of people, the sea of people, so you must get along, otherwise it's going to be hard. Okay, so we're done with that. So how do you feel about all this?
Well, I'm okay because you know I did my research before I came.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you sure did before you came. Yeah, I would like to be honest with you, you know, as I would expect you to be honest with me in answering all these questions, and based on these answers we will do our selections. Okay, and don't be disappointed if you do not get selected this time, because we have many upcoming trips. So we will keep your application in the folder, and for the next upcoming trips, if you are interested, we'll take you, because we're not we're not intentionally not selecting anybody. It's not like that. So you know, so the total package is $10,000 plus some extra expenses as it may rise. You know, you need to buy something, go somewhere, or maybe our expense a little bit increased due to some illness or some food or some travel restrictions that we had to take some other buses. And you know, we're going to a country where you buy some tickets for something, and if that thing does not come, you lose your money for the ticket, so there is no exchange or refund and things like that. Okay, so how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm okay. You know, as you know, I have researched and I know there will be issues, so I have decided to go.
Yes, that's a wonderful attitude, you know. It's like you're gonna make the best of it. I know you'll be the best candidate for this. Okay, so you have to go through a vigorous physical, mental health testing, and to be sure that you can take the hardship of the journey. Now, are you willing to do that, and how do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm okay with that. You know, I do like to add every
day I walk about 10 miles. Oh, wow, amazing. Oh, you're the just right person. Yeah, we do need to do a lot of walking there, and in bad, safe roads. Roads are not in good shape. And I might add, and this will be coming in the questionnaire though, roads will be filled with cars, taxis, tempos, bicycle, cats, dogs, cows, bulls, hen, chicken, you name it, it's there. So we have to go through that. So everyone is required to take luggage according to our list so that your journey is smooth sailing. Are you okay with that?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm a minimalist. I will just take a little bag with few things because you can always buy over there. And while bringing, if it's a bit too much, I'll just donate it to people. Wow, that's a wonderful attitude. I am so sure you're gonna get selected because you have the most amazing attitude. Oh, thank you. Well, I've been wanting to go to India for a long time now. I wanted to visit, all the religious places. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Okay, so do you know, understand, or speak any English language, Indian language? Well, I understand little bit of Hindi and I learn little bit of Bengali. That's wonderful. Well, we give classes in Indian languages such as Hindi and Bengali. Now, are you willing to take those classes? Just for a little small amount of fees for the teacher, it's like a donation. But the teacher is willing to teach, but we don't. It's in our culture. We believe that if you learn from a teacher, you need to pay a little bit to the teacher. It's called Guru Dakshina. So your learning is not complete unless you pay something to the teacher, and that's been believed for 2000 years. So you just give some donation. So are you willing to do that? Okay, all right. So you want to do that. Okay, do you, now this is a little bit off topic, but I just want to know, do you have Indian clothes? Like, it would be better if you wear Indian clothes in India, it will be comfortable too, and also you can easily mingle with other people, and you're not gonna be such we're not gonna be well, let's say you're not going to be attracting so much attention. So we like to just have everybody in Indian attire so they can just mix with other people. Oh, sure, I wear Indian clothes all the time. I go to the Indian temple on weekends and I eat their Indian food and wear their clothes and do the dance. Oh, wow, you're feeling just right. Okay, so are you a vegetarian or a non-veg? But the reason I'm asking this question is like it doesn't affect us anything, but it's just for you because we're going to be staying in several temples overnight and eat their food and just want to make sure that, but you already said you go to temple and eat their food, yeah. But while we're in the temple, you cannot eat any non-veg food or bring in any non-veg food, okay? And in the temple, they have dress code. You need to wear proper Indian attires, no body showing, body parts should not show. So are you okay with that? Oh yeah, I go to the temple, I wear the salwar kurta and lehenga, choli, sari, and I'm okay. Okay, alright. It's just in a temple, their religion and their beliefs, so we have to respect. Okay, so eating simple vegetarian meals, okay. Now we're going to advise. Now we can force, right? But we advise, and as I said to you, there are going to be leaders and followers, so sort of like asking you to stick to a strict vegetarian diet to this 1 month. Now the reason why because in Ayurveda it is believed that when you eat vegetarian meals, you don't get sick that easily. When you eat meat, fish, egg, all kinds of non-veg products and sugary products, then you get sick. Now why is that? Because the sugar actually lowers the red blood cells, so you get sick. And non-veg products creates a condition for the body to attract viruses and bacteria. So when you eat vegetarian meals, you get sick less, but you eat non-veg. That's why you see, it's very simple. When you go to hospital, so see a friend, do you take there a steak or fish or a bowl of meat? No, you take some fruits. So that's what it is, when the body is on fruits and vegetables and soups and lentils and rice, it gets sick less. So we don't want much of a sick travelers. So we would ask you to have a strict vegetarian meal this 1 month. After that, when you come back, eat whatever you wish, right? Oh yeah, I have no problem. I have no problem, seriously. Okay, so that's done. So, and we ask you to stay with your group all the time. Never wander away yourself from your group, okay? Because once you get lost, there's no way to find you. It's gonna be days, months before we can find you, if you're lucky and we're lucky. So we will visit many, so it's okay with you, right? Now we'll visit many historic buildings. There might be now temples, there might be monkeys chasing you, snatching things from you, making your life very difficult. Is that okay? Do you have any kind of phobia or fear with monkeys? Well, I've never been attacked by monkeys, so I really don't know. But it's okay. I guess if it's okay with everybody, then it's okay with me. That's the spirit. That's what I think. Yes. So, you might find, like, most of the times, you might find most of the times what you're gonna find is like humans, cars, bicycles, cats, dogs, street animals like cows, bulls, donkeys, monkeys, all of them, rickshaw, bicycle, scooter, motorcycle, everything, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, putting horns and going, people talking, screaming, shouting loud, fighting, laughing, just a lot. Was that okay with you? You think you can handle that? For sure. I know. I have seen many videos. Okay. I'm glad you did your research. You're the most wonderful travelers who did their research and know. Okay, so I'm repeating that we will advise you to wear proper Indian attire to mingle with the people. How do you feel about that? You said yes, even though it is very hot over there. We might think that you might feel much better wearing typical Indian clothes and not wear too much revealing clothes that might draw too much attention towards you. So you said it's okay for you to wear Indian clothes. Okay. Now, we will eat at many temples and street dhabas and street stores. And now, being a highly populated country, there might be many beggars begging, asking for food, even stealing your belongings. And any chance they get, every chance they get. So, how do you feel about that? Well, I'm okay with it. I mean, if I'm going to a place like that, I'll keep some change to give it to them, buy some extra food to give it to them, but I'm okay. Oh, thank you so much. That's the spirit. I think you'll fit in just right. You'll have a wonderful 1 month. But we would like to give heads up before people go, and if they are not familiar with the situation, they might find themselves in conditions where they didn't imagine like that. Yes, I appreciate your honesty. Yes, ma'am, we would like to be honest from the very start. Okay, so we'll see many religious events. Okay, we would like to show you as much as possible, like pujas, home, jaga, weddings, and all Indian rituals and traditions. So we would like to give you idea how things are done. That's why you're going, right? Just to know a culture and their things and their tradition. Yes, yes, thank you so much. So how do you feel about that? Oh, I feel wonderful. Okay, so that's a yes. Yeah, that's why you're going, because you want to know about other culture. Now, going back to the similar questions, you know why we ask the same question over and over again? Because we want to be sure that your answers every time, if you answer something yes now, answer again. This is the kind of question they ask in a job too. They ask the same question over and over again, so the answers would be same. If it's a different, then you are undecided, right? So India is highly populated country, so the streets are filled with people, car, buses, trucks, disco, bicycle, cows, bull, cat, dog, monkey, street vendors, hawkers, customers, then horns of all kinds of vehicles. So it's an extremely noisy place. Now, are you noise sensitive? No, I'm not. But we don't get noises like that here. But I'm okay. If that's too noisy, it's fine. I'm an artist, put up with it for a month. After all, I am going to see some new things and learn some new things. So, yeah, okay. So, wonderful, wonderful. Now, India being a very highly populated country, we will see bad roads. I mean, really bad roads. You need to wear really. Oh, another thing I must tell you about shoes. Now, you need to wear proper shoes. Most of the people over there wear slippers and flip flops, and then they're used to it because they were born and brought up there. Most of the times they walk barefoot, so is a burden to them. So they are used to those roads. But for somebody from outside, foreigners, they would be better off wearing good quality sneakers, because you don't want to get hurt while you're traveling. So the roads are really bad with dust and stones and ups and downs and holes, and there are many slums and poor people, and everywhere you see roads are very bad roads, and there are street vendors, and there's just slums and people, and it's just too much crowded, and the roads are really bad, and everywhere trash. So just so that you know. And how do you feel about that? Oh, I'm okay with it. I'm going to learn and see, and I am going to get a different experience. And I think we are really spoiled here. And so when we see those people, and then we realize that how fortunate we are, and there's so many things that they don't have, while we complain all day. Just right. We need people like you with your kind of attitude. That is the best thing. If people started thinking like you, the world will do much better. We always compare ourselves with what we don't have, what we will compare ourselves with billionaires, trillionaires, and movie stars. We never compare ourselves with the poor people who doesn't have anything. If we do that, we'll be much happier, right? Yes, I always compare myself with the really, really poor people, and that's the only way to feel gratitude and feel so grateful. Yes, that's the only way. I think we're almost close to it, but I do have a lot of questions, though I better go quick. We ask our guests and travelers to. Okay, now this is something. We ask our guests, the travelers, to take Ayurvedic medicine daily, do pranayama yoga, and at the end of the day, we ask them to steam their face before sleeping. How do you feel about that? Now, as see why we ask them to do yoga pranayama, so they will be healthy, because when you do pranayama, which is the breathing exercise, you tend not to get upper respiratory diseases like cough, cold, all those. And yoga also keep your body and mind peaceful and healthy. And the Ayurvedic medicine we give, these Ayurvedic medicines have the ability to protect the body from cold and cold related diseases. So that's why you ask them. So how do you feel about that? Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's okay. I take a lot of Ayurvedic medicine. Okay. Okay, we ask you. It's a little bit personal. Excuse me for that, but it's a question I need to ask. We ask you not to get involved in any kind of fights, arguments, or get involved with someone romantic relationship with in people in India during your periods of visiting, for your safety and for our safety, because suppose you get romantic with somebody and that person likes you, loves you, and then you want to come back and that person creates a scene, don't want you to come back but you want to come back. Or suppose a man, he went and fall in love with the girl, or had physical relationship, now the family will come to beat him up because he's not going to be able to bring the girl. So we ask you not to fall into these things. We ask you to just go enjoy your staying, but do not have serious relationship with anybody, because just a travel. Okay, after that you can come back, go your own and do whatever you wish, but we like to have our groups intact together properly, have no problems, and just do a smooth sailing. How do you feel about that? Oh, I'm okay. Yeah, that's very understandable. Okay, so we ask you not to eat non-vegetarian food or drink like wine, beer, or take other drugs and start a new thing and get involved in sexual behaviors with strangers for your own safety. So how do you feel about that? Oh, I'm all for that. And I know we shouldn't start something new all of a sudden over there gets sick. Yes. So okay, so now you must be very friendly to get along with all the people in the group to make your journey more happier. Now you do not cause any trouble between the groups or between the people. Now if you don't like your group, you can tell one of the group leaders and they will switch you to another group, as I mentioned. So you're okay with that, right? Yes. Okay. Now we already asked that question, can you live on simple vegetarian meals? You say yes. Now here's a question, can you sleep on the floor or in a cot with very minimum bed? Oh yes, you're right. He slept on the floor and cot. It's okay. See, sometimes we go to dharmasalas and we go to temples where they have beds on the ground. They put mattresses on the ground. Since it's being a hot country, they don't use thick mattresses. That's just a bed sheet or a cot. To a guest, they'll give a cot and a bed sheet. So you're okay with it? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Well, basically, it's learning of a hard life. So you see the difference. How lucky, I guess, the people some countries are, and how little some other countries people get by with, right? So now there are a lot of mosquitoes, flies, bugs of this nature. There might be lizards, maybe snakes, cockroaches, frogs. Do you have any kind of phobias to this? Well, you see, we don't see that much here, but we do have some. But yeah, I guess we've been exposed to that. Well, we're talking about greater amounts. Well, we'll see about that. I mean, I'm not gonna stop a trip for a bunch of bugs. Yeah, exactly. But yes, it's a learning process. Okay, train, buses, and all other public transportations are extremely, I mean, extremely crowded. They're like, if you fall down, you'll be stampede. So yeah, so how do you feel about that? There are people, there are hawkers, and people running all over. Too much population everywhere you look. So you basically need to be very strong. Stick to your groups, hold hands, don't let yourself go out of the group. Always stay in a group. We will arrange such a way that you stay in your group, so your group leader will make sure that you stay in a group. Okay. All right. So now during, so there might be like bad weather, raining season, or rain, and there'll be tons and tons of water on the ground. You have to walk on your barefoot, take away your shoes, slippers, because they will go under the water. So gonna be, how do you feel about that? Okay, so just want to let you know, questions to let you know. So we'll go to many temples and religious organizations and visit historic places, and many different kinds of people will meet. We'll see many ceremonies, and a lot of people will see how they live, their lifestyle, how they eat, how they survive. Okay, we'll go to villages too, and there might be some dangerous places too. So we'll pretty much go everywhere and see everything we can to teach you and give you an experience. So you okay with that? Yes. Okay, so from the evening it gets very dark, especially the religious places and temples and stuff, because there are a lot of load shedding, you know. Sometimes it days, sometimes night, sometimes days whole night. So you do have to live on candles maybe sometimes. So you okay with that, right? Yes. And do you have any fears and phobias for like darkness, snake, spider, lizard, mouse, rat, cat, dog, flies, mosquitoes, cockroaches? The reason we ask, because it's gonna be all over. So, well, I do have it, but that's not like I'm going to not go just because of these. I mean, who doesn't, right? Yeah, that's true. In a sense, who doesn't? As long as it's not too much that you can't function. Yes. So, what is your actual motive for this trip? Like, why are you going? If you have to explain it one sentence, or well, I'm going to learn some new things, see a new country and adventure, you know. So yeah, I guess to see new things, see new people, adventure. Okay, adventure. Well, you're going to the right place. You're gonna have plenty of that. Okay, like life is very tough over there for some people, very easy for some people. You know, there's a big difference in rich and poor, and there's a very little people who are rich. Most of them are middle class or poor. So all of a sudden weather also gets very bad, and so sometimes very hot, sometimes very much rainy. So you need to deal with the situation, yeah. So you said you're okay with that, going for an adventure. So now the last question: what is the level, your noise level, your tolerance for noise? Because it's a very noisy country. Like, noise is everywhere: buses, trains, cars, scooters, aeroplanes, bike, horns everywhere. Cows, dogs, bulls, cats, chicken. So it's like you have to be able to tolerate all noises. Are you up for that? Oh yeah, I am up for that. Well, I can give you 100 on 100 your score. welcome aboard. All right, so okay, you can go ahead and we're going to give you a list of packing your bags, and we'll go through the physical and the mental testing. We'll give you a call, see what day you're available for that testing, and then from that we'll proceed, and our journey will be within a month. So we have to do quick selection and just have a wonderful trip, have lots of fun, say adventurous thing, have adventure, and we have boat rides and train, buses, elephant rides. It's just amazing. We will even live in a boathouse. Wow, I can't wait to enjoy all those things. Yes, you're very enthusiastic about it, and you got 100 in 100. All right, thank you so much for choosing us, and I hope you have the most wonderful trip, memorable trip to remember. All right,